Well, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm live. I'm streaming, but I don't have a camera. So this is how this is going to roll today. We're going to just stream with no camera. It's a AFK style stream. No signal, no camera. My GH5 broke. That's right. My email client's open. Hold on, that could be an email back from Panasonic. No, it is not. I'll quit my email client, but I have sent off to Panasonic to have a repair done. Kind of strange timing, if I'm being honest. Very, very strange timing how this all played out. Let me talk to you. By the way, is this all good? Are we live? I hope we're live. I see 3 viewers in Beam. I see 12 on Partai. If you're here with me, just put a little notification in the chat to let me know you're here, because trust me, I'm here and you can't see me, but that could be a good thing. In fact, that means I could turn my lights off. I don't even need lights on today. Lights, camera, action? No, just action. No camera, no lights, no action. Yes, action. So what happened was I had myself all set. Oh, shit. I just had a great idea. Hang on a second. Why don't I use the GoPros? Hold on a second. Well, this is kind of funny, isn't it? But I could run with that. I could rock with that. That could be my camera for the day. You want me to just do that? I kind of like it without it. I kind of like it like that. Let me know what you think. But I will turn the GoPro on if that's, I mean, it's there, isn't it? But so anyway, what I was doing, I was all set to do an IRL stream. I really wanted to go out and basically put the KiloView P3 Mini to shame by running a stream with the LiveView Solo. Old school times. Get the old camera, the old encoder rolling, and just prove, because this kind of sucks too, because now I can't do the stream I wanted to do tomorrow. There is something I need to discuss about that KiloView P3 Mini product, and I had planned to do that tomorrow, but I wanted to do a stream today. It's beautiful weather out there. It's like a summer's day, like it's 27 degrees, no wind. It would have been perfect for some home brews up at Crookie's. And I was going through the process of just making sure everything was ready to roll. And my LiveView Solo kept reporting no camera signal. And I'm like, what? No camera signal? It's right there, dude. The HDMI is plugged in. What's going on? And I thought maybe somehow I might have triggered a different setting from inside the GH5. And so I was ready to, I was looking through the manual to go back to the settings that I had previous, because I had been fiddling around with it one time, but it wasn't that. I mean, I plugged the GH5 into my television and it worked first go. So, sorry, that's the wrong terminology. It worked first go for a moment and then stopped. And so then I noticed, I was like, okay, why would that have come up and then stopped? Because on the LiveView Solo, it's got a tiny little preview window that you might not even see. You might not see what the HDMI is giving. So when it came up once on the television, I was like, okay, so it is putting a signal out. So what else could be wrong? And then I looked down at the GH5 and the HDMI port was not even sitting flush with the camera body. So the entire port has been not removed, but wobbled. Now, obviously it's me who's done it, but do I remember doing it? No. Do I know when it happened? No. I mean, it can't have been on, do you know when it was? It's on the road trip. Yep. That's the only way it could have happened, right? On that road trip. But we didn't use the camera. That's the other weird thing. We didn't even get to using it because we didn't make it past the GoPros. So yeah, so basically, I mean, if we cut back to that GoPro, if I put a light on, I can show you. I don't know how. I mean, I've talked about doing a stand-up stream for a few times for a little while now. I guess we're doing a stand-up stream. This is a stand-up stream. I don't know how well you're going to see this anyway, but actually you won't see it on a GoPro, will you? Anyway, the HDMI port is just all kinds of wrong. Whether it's all kinds of wrong, like at the top and internally, I think internally is mainly the issue, because if you tweak it and wobble it, it does kind of connect, but then it tells me that somehow from there internally it's all gone askew. But if we sit here with that camera on, I got my back to you. How's that? This is rude streaming, isn't it? I'm just going to stream with my back to you. How you all doing? I can flip you all off. It's kind of funny. So yeah, I've reached out to Panasonic and just sort of explained what happened. This camera's 5 years old, so it's definitely out of warranty. But I don't know. You know, I'll see what they say. Like, that seems like nothing else on the camera. You know, it's pretty much just sat up there for the last 5. Well, I take it out and use it for other stuff, but it's more or less it's homebound. You know, it's all covered in dust. Look at the dust on the top there. Look at that dust. It's pretty dusty. I had to take the small rig cage off to find the serial number, and it's just layers of dust in there. Holy moly! So that's what happened, and I'm just not going to lie about it. I got pretty angry. I'm not going to lie. I got pretty angry when that happened. I was like, I really need to do this stream about the P3 Mini, and now I don't have my streaming camera, so I can't do that. And the weather is so perfect today. It would be a great time to be cranking out the beers, chilling down at Crookie's, having a home brew, sun goes down. And now we're into daylight savings, or no, we're on the other side of daylight. No, we're not in daylight savings. So the daytime the sun goes down quicker. Sun sets at 5:30 today. So I was like, I can set this shit up. Started sort of faffing around with it about 1. So yeah, I'll be good to go about 3:30. Probably pretty much now, I guess, or a bit earlier than now. Go down there and do a stream. And yeah, then it started playing up and I was like, what? Like, come on, man. Of all the things that happen, like the GH5, that's my mainstay, you know, like. But you know what it did do? It reminded me that I actually have another GH5. Do you remember when I blew out? This is really funny talking to that corner of the room, but here, I can't see the chat either. If there is anyone here in the chat, I don't know if you're there. I got my back to the chat. I blew out a GH5. Excuse me. I sent what did I do? I blew out the motherboard by putting in the wrong voltage or the wrong amperage from a DC dummy battery, and it blew the GH5 out. And I had taken it to some really cool, reputable camera repair crew in Sydney Camera Repairs. These guys have fixed some lenses of mine back in the day. Really like smart dudes, like, yeah, just on their game. Anyway, they quoted me like $1,100 to fix the GH5, and I was like, dude, I could buy a new one for not far over that. So I decided to not go ahead with that repair. Then COVID hit, and so I couldn't go up there to pick up the dead camera. And when I say up there, it's up in Sydney. So that reminded me, and I looked through my old emails, and yeah, I've got an email from Sydney Camera Repair saying, yeah, your camera's here to be picked up. We haven't done anything to it. You know, you're not going to go ahead. You pick it up as is. But that was right in the middle of COVID when we weren't allowed to leave. So that's been sitting there for 4 years now. So I got a GH5 at Sydney Camera Repairs that's a dud as well. And I've got this one here that's also a dud. And that's why we don't have a camera. I don't know how long I can sit here looking up like that at this GoPro. of course, there's no one here to chat with me. No one talking anyway. Do you know what we could also do? Oh, we could definitely drink beer, but we could also set up, we could do, why don't we run with a NDI camera from my phone? Dude, I got so many cameras we could be using. I got an iPad, I got a phone, I got another GoPro up there. We could rock it. We could stream this easily. You know what? Let me why is my air conditioning not working? Let me get a beer. Because beer is going to help, right? When you're feeling down. When you've busted your GH5. Why is that not working, dude? Everything's just having a day off today, right? Why don't I look at setting up an NDI source camera, putting it up there where it used to be, and then we could just stream virtually as usual, right? I'd like to do that. I'd like to grab a beer at the same time. Because I can't sit like this looking at you, and I can't have the stream. I can't sit here with no camera on like this, right? That's just silly. Although that would be an interesting way to stream. I'm not going to lie. That is kind of an interesting way. And people stream without cameras, you know. I could have called myself what are the colors there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors static. In tribute to Dale. 8 colors of static. That's funny. Now, look, what I'll do is I'll go and grab a homebrew. We'll come back. I'll roll a surfing clip from a few days ago when I almost got barreled. Shit, this is a good clip too. Check this clip out. This is me almost getting barreled or getting a closeout anyway, or cover over. And then when we come back, in the time that it takes, I'll get beer and I'll try to I'll try to work out how we can do this NDI thing, and then we can just stream as per usual. So enjoy this. I'll be right back. I get too excited, but holy shit, that is the closest I've been to a barrel, right? Certainly sizable. All right. Got myself a beer. Hello, skis. Oh yeah, you guys are up there. Keep forgetting. I just noticed my restream is off. Why is restream offline? Are we online? Are we streaming? Party? Noise? Live? I'm live everywhere, right? Is kick down or something? Is kick down? I can see. Man, there is definitely something afoot with my internet. My internet is sketchifying. And I don't know what to do. The bit rate is in the red, now it's in the green. Interesting. Interesting. Everything's just going wrong for me lately. Oh well, shit happens, as they say. Oh, I didn't do the NDI, but I can do that. I'll do that after this though. I'm looking at my restream there and it's not on. It's not working. Restream is off. Is that a Beam thing? Let me turn off Beam Restream and go from gold. Restream, turn it off, turn it back on. Cheers, Azizes. Oh, that's a good beer. See, now it's working again. So that was definitely a Beam stream issue. Interesting. All right. Either way, I can potentially set my phone up as an NDI source, and then we will have another camera to faff around with. Let me do that. I'll put it like that. And what was that noise? I'm not too sure. Yes. Okay. It might be out of sync. I don't know how the audio sync issue is. If there is an issue with sync, because we're using audio from my main mic source, I'm just plugging in a power source here and put that up there. That's the idea anyway. I mean, looks shithouse, but it'll work, right? No, we have an audio source. Hold on a second. I'll just mute the audio off that. I don't want audio from the phone. Also, I want to try to get that as similar as it used to be in the same kind of spot. No, that's not going to look the same at all, is it? There's no way of doing this the same, I don't think. Just have to accept that it's going to be a different framing. It's a different focal length and everything's different about it. I'm just trying to faff around and make it as close as possible. Or should I not even bother? I should just make it a new thing, hey? Make it a new thing. It's a new thing. I'll just put it right up there. No, that's way too far. Oh, this is in the way. Of course, there's always something. Okay, that's not going to work there. I'll just stand it up. Get it high. Not ideal, but I mean, people stream with worse cameras. You know me and perfectionism, though. Today, it is what it is. I don't like that at all. I do not like that. Is that outputting as well? I'm just going to mute output on that. Yeah, I don't want any audio coming out of that. All this to say, there's nobody even here. What's that black bar? What's that black bar on the screen? Why is there a black bar there? Transform fit to screen. It already is fit to screen. What's that black bar? What's this black bar right here? Why is there a black bar there? What the hell? What's the resolution? It's 480p. You kidding me? It was on 480p. I mean, I guess that's better, isn't it? Putting it close. Do you want this hideous head that close though? That's kind of like what it was anyway, but Jay started following on Beam. Hello, Jayskis. What's cracking? I don't know where I'm putting this. I'm a little bit all over the shop here. I guess I don't know what's going on. Is that straight enough? That'll do. Hello, Jake. How you doing, man? Is that straight enough? That's good enough, right? What does it look like when we cut over here? Oh, that's okay. You want to watch something? What's this? What do we got lined up here? All right. Let's take a little viewskis of what this is. Wait, have I also got audio synced up here? Can I just get rid of the audio source? It's bugging me. Hold on a second. Let's get back over here. Audio Vinc source timing. I don't want any audio. Bandwidth highest. Shit, yeah. Okay. Enable audio. No, just unselect enable audio. Pan, tilt, zoom. Man, cool. Okay, that fixed that. There's no chance the audio comes through because I disabled it. So let's take a look at this video. What do we got here? Nobody expected this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizer back with you today. The traveling clad. The tall. I put myself in third person. Check out thetravelingclad.com right now and get yourself your white colonizer mug. Get your white colonizer shirt, white colonizer hat, and let's take a look at this reaction.
It's difficult because there is a huge range of beliefs, and I have Jewish friends of mine who go on the Saturday marches.
Really?
It's awful.
Wow.
And, but they're not
There's a
friends.
case for
Unfortunately,
psychiatrists.
I mean, unfortunately, they're probably not my friends anymore.
Yeah.
But
This is another political one. I think these are Duncan's. I don't know if I really want to go through all this. I don't know. I'm a bit over it. All this political. Can't we have a bit of fun? 23-year-old kicked out for being transphobic. I mean, Tesla protesters are big mad. That's kind of funny. I mean, it's political. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for a good political sledging. Why is he having a beer? Kind of want to see that. That's our Prime Minister.
Oh, why not? We're a democracy. Have a crack. You still haven't.
Sorry.
That's two.
Shit. I'm getting too talking
One
politics.
more and we'll take you off the roll.
Hey legends, this opportunity to have a pub chat interview with the Prime Minister came up because I commented on his Instagram account. I didn't think he'd show up, but he did.
I don't like these videos where they have this audio track because it always gets stinged off YouTube.
Usually am with me guests.
Where are they? Mayfair
Coming to the
Lane?
pub. I'm one ahead of
Perth.
you, but I usually am with me guests. So a little bit of catching up to do, but no pressure.
Although this is a zero alcohol beer, so
You are on the zero, which is fine. That's becoming more socially acceptable.
It is.
in Australia. How long have you tried to stick to the 0% beer? Or
well, it's now
yeah.
0% beer. Come on. It's like trying to say I'm going swimming, but I'm not going to get wet. You know? Either have a beer or don't. Don't drink 0% beer. It makes no sense. Just don't drink beer.
almost through 3 months.
3 months. That's
So,
pretty good. I do it for a month here and there, but
Yeah, no, it's a good thing.
But yeah, how you going? Like, what's it like being Prime Minister?
It's pretty good. It's an incredible privilege. I mean, you do feel this extraordinary responsibility, and you get things thrown at you every day that you've got to deal with. But it's an incredible honour.
What do you like most about it?
The fact that you can make a difference to people's lives. So even at the moment, there's
There's also something to be said about, like, if you're sitting down having a beer with the Prime Minister. Yo, Adrian, how you doing, man? If you're sitting down having a beer with the Prime Minister and the beer that the Prime Minister's drinking has no alcohol in it, you know, I don't know if you can take that. That's not a full. It's a bit phony, isn't it? Like, where's that warm sense of courage and excitement that you get as the beers go on? Like, after the first beer is like knocking the edge off, getting you a bit more relaxed. Then the second beer kicks in. Then by the third and fourth beer, you and the Prime Minister are best buddies. But if he's drinking non-alcoholic beer, you're the only one that's taken that train ride. He's sitting there, you know, same state he was in before. I don't know, like something wrong with drinking non-alcoholic beer.
floods in Western Queensland. So making decisions about giving support there. Even on the way over, we were making some decisions while we travelled.
Hey, Comtech, how you doing, man? How you going, Comtech? Good to see you, man. If you're wondering what's going on, I broke my GH5, or specifically the HDMI port, and we're rocking with a little NDI source up here, and I haven't bothered to really set it up correctly. It's all a bit AWOL at the moment. It's all a bit crazy. Oh, that's not right. I mean, it'll work. It's a little bit heinous, but it'll work. We're just trying to roll with the punches and continue on as if nothing had ever happened. It was either this camera or we were rolling with I was going to rock with, no, not that. I was going to rock with that one for a while. Just that one would be, that's funny, man, just looking that way for the stream. But instead I plugged in my phone for an NDI source and it seems to be working. I don't know, like, it's not ideal, but it will work. We'll get through it. And I've got my camera for repairs. I haven't got an email back yet, but I need a haircut too. Claudia's coming down shortly and get this thing done.
They're going to need potentially some Air Force assets to get in fodder for the cattle on some of those big stations in Western Queensland. Support for finances for people who basically...
See, now this has just become a political... Really? I don't know if I want to listen to 40 minutes of him talking. It's not really a pub chat. He's not drinking beer, man. I don't know. Nice that you did it, though, but... What else we got here in the tabs is lined up to watch? Inside the Crew Dragon, SpaceX. Of course, space being completely fake. This will be an interesting one.
The SpaceX Crew Dragon is the first spacecraft from a private company
The stars aren't real, and the Earth is flat. And who did kill Laura Palmer?
to take humans into space. In this video, we're going to take a look inside and see how it works. Then we'll see the launch pad, the journey into space, and how it docks to the International Space Station. Dragon SpaceX, you are go for launch. We're about to learn about an incredible piece of engineering that has overcome significant challenges. To solve these challenges, engineers need problem solving.
Hello there! I beat you to the hello there! How are you, Shyla? Hello, Skins. Just explaining that we're streaming here without my real camera because I broke it. I didn't break it, but the GH5 is having a hissy fit. You'll be able to see now, I guess. That's the HDMI port, and it's not quite sitting where it should be. It's not flush with the camera. It's all a bit wobbly. And so, yeah, I got to get it repaired. Yeah, look, you can see there. It's all pushed in. Yeah, I mean, it's you know what it is? It's a real shame that this has happened because HDMI, you either go the SDI route or the HDMI. Now, SDI is a bit more of a solid connecting point because of the physical mechanisms of how SDI connects versus how HDMI connects. When you're starting your streaming career, you can choose which avenue you want to go. Do you want to go down HDMI? HDMI is more prevalent across the board. Most things run through HDMI. SDI is a little bit more, maybe you pay a little more for the SDI device, but then you have locking connectors that, because I think this happened on the road trip I was just on, where this camera would have been sitting in GoVan in the back on the bed with an HDMI cable plugged in, and it might have been wobbling and might have gone over a bump and it rolled onto a pillow or something, and then it just wobbled that connecting point. You see what I'm saying? Like, and so that would never happen with SDI, but I'm down the HDMI rabbit hole, and so yeah, we've just got to get this fixed. And I sent off to Panasonic to see what they'll say. It's 5 years old. I bought it in 2020, so I don't think. Well, I'm quietly confident this will not be under any warranty, but whatever it costs, I'll complain about it and get it fixed, more than likely. How was your week? Aside from that, yeah. Well, there's some stuff going on, but hey, Rob Mac, how you doing? G'day, Gibbs. How you doing, Rob Mac? Last night I added another funny Trump quote. What was the quote? Oh, I guess you can go shop, but I thought I'd be able to remember what it was. Exclamation shop. There's a funny Trump quote from the news recently. Let me just see what it was. Yiddy? It's the very bottom one. Yippee. Take a listen to this. You guys can trigger it by YIPPY.
They were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy.
Getting a little bit yippy. And so, yeah, the idea today is just to cut our losses, try to wangle this NDI source camera. Maybe I'll put it on top of my laptop. Shit, that could be an idea. It's just balancing on my laptop. Oh, shit. That might be the best solution. Just balance it up on my laptop there. Oh. Actually, I don't know. That might break it. It's resting on the hinge. It's just wobbling on the hinge there. Shit, don't touch it. Teleson is the new GoPro. Teleson. That's the company that Danny's always frothing about, or he was anyway a long time ago. I did watch a Danny Black video. Where was it? What was it about? I went searching his channel one night and I was looking for live streams, his live content. And Yeah, all that stuff's members only. I thought you could do a members only live stream and then after the fact set it to public, but I don't think that's the case. I think if you stream a members only stream, it's always members only, even after it goes to the VOD stage. But I remember him frothing about Tellison for a while. But I also, what was the video I was looking for? It was something in specific. No, I can't remember what it was. Tellison is the new GoPro. If you know, you know. Is that right? Okay. Well, I don't know, so there. By the way, the iPhone here is making quite a good go of a camera. There's a little bit funky going on with the I mean, we could obviously adjust our white balance and everything here. What does it say? Bandwidth highest. UV range is limited. I'll give the full color space 601 or 709. 709 looks nicer. Doesn't your laptop have a camera? It does. Comtech, are you sure you want me to try that, dude? How you doing, Comtech? I know you came in before, but let me do that. Let me show you the FaceTime camera here. I guess I'll just try it. What's it called again? FaceTime HD camera preset. The highest. Yeah, I mean that's obviously behind my that's funny. It's behind my my Gorilla Pod here. Let me just full screen this. Transform, set to fit to screen skis. Oh, that was filled to screen. Actually, that's not a bad looking camera. Aside from, I kind of like that. That's a great looking view. Let me go with this for a while. I like that, dude. Thank you for suggesting that. Let's do a full stream like this. Hang on, there. Let's do a full stream with this camera. And anyway, I was saying that. Oh no! Come back out of there! Ah, he's disappearing behind the car. Ah! Oh, this side. If I just position myself here, that's perfect for everybody, right? Trip to Vegas to promote. He promoted from what I can gather. Oh, Danny went to Vegas to promote Tellison. That sounds like fun. Was that a product endorsement? By the way, no one ever streams like this. We're breaking ground here, folks. We are breaking ground. This is the perfect level for my head, right? Perfect level for the chat. Perfect level. We're on fire here, folks. Let's stream let's do a record 12-hour stream like this. Let's not. My AC is having everything's breaking. The air conditioning. What the hell? It says 24. Why is this doing this? Gorilla Knuckles and gives. Charlotte, you're going for major surgery the 28th. Send love to St. Vincent Public Hospital, not private because I'm a bogan. Well, fingers crossed for you, Charlotte. Hope everything goes well. Major surgery. What is the crack? What is the surgery? You need to have your HDMI plug sorted as well. I'm not sorry. I shouldn't be silly, but you know, there might be beer in this alcohol. Everything's not working. My AC's just gone all weird. It's got on 25 or something. Why would you do that? Oh, I'll just turn it down. 18's the minimum? The hell are you talking about? 16, right? 18 is the lowest this thing goes? Okay. Fine, I won't complain. No more boozing. You're Peter Bibbying it. You're Peter Bibbying it. What does this look like without lights on? That's too dark, eh? You got Roix A rooks. Those words. I'm gonna need to I need to find out what that is, Charlotte. Give me a second here to bring up some GPT machine. Hiatus hernia surgery. They sound really full on, Charlotte. Can you not have such gnarly surgery so we can make fun of it? You have to have the gnarly ones. What is ROX NY gastric bypass? Finally, my AC's kicked into gear as well. RYGB, a type of weight loss surgery, bariatric surgery that helps people with severe obesity. You don't have severe obesity. Losing weight by changing how their stomach and small intestines handle food. Interesting how it works. Stomach reduction. The surgeon creates a small pouch at the top of the stomach using surgical staples. This pouch is about the size of an egg and drastically limits how much food you can eat at one time. So what, the food goes into the pouch? The bypass. The small pouch is then connected directly to the middle part of the small intestine, the jejunum. Sounds like a sport you do at school. I've got a double period of jejunum. Effectively bypassing the rest of the stomach and the upper part of the small intestine, the duodenum. Okay, so I guess jejunum means one and duodenum means two. Digestion. Since food skips a large portion of the stomach and part of the intestine, the body absorbs fewer calories and nutrients, which contributes to weight loss. Oh, okay. So it gets put in the pouch? Morrissey has it? Okay. Why it's done? To treat severe obesity. But Charlotte, that's not you. When diet, exercise, and medication haven't worked, to reduce the risk or impact of obesity-related conditions such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and sleep apnea and heart disease. Heavens above. Pros. Often results in rapid and significant weight loss, can improve or resolve obesity-related conditions, has a long track record of success. Well, giddy up. Cons. It's irreversible. Okay, but you wouldn't want to reverse it anyway, right? There is a risk of nutrient deficiencies. Okay. Well, you can always dose up on, extra vitamins and whatnot if... no, not multivitamins. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got a nutrient deficiency, that's easy to handle. Possible side effects such as dumping syndrome, which is nausea, diarrhea after eating sugary or fatty foods. Okay. It requires a lifelong dietary change with vitamin supplements. Shit. Is that when you said no more booze? Let me know if you want a visual breakdown. I don't need a visual breakdown. Thank you, ChatGPT. You've been wonderful. Let's go back to this. So, Charlotte, you're going for that, right? That's happening. I'll keep looking up there, but the camera's down here in between the It's in the Comtech clove down there. Yeah. So this is an elective surgery that you've chosen. Well, fingers crossed. I don't know about that no more booze thing, though. If I know you, Shyla, and I feel like I do, I don't know about that. I don't know how that's going to last. I mean, I'm not saying that you're not going to do it, but how, I guess I'm asking how you're going to do that. No more dubs? No more dubs. No more booze. I really don't want it, but after many surgeons and specialist appointments, they say it's best. I don't want it. Oh, you're being recommended this, but you don't want it. Shit. Do you know actually, this might not be the right time to go on this rabbit hole, but here goes anyway. Not taking anything away from what you're about to go through, Charlotte. When did you say you're doing that, by the way? The 28th. So end of this month. Okay. We'll be thinking of you the 28th. Okay, just hear me out on this. And if you hate me after it and you want to stab me in the head with 4,000 knives, I'll get it. I understand. This is not just Charlotte. I'm just saying in general. I don't like it. I don't like it when I see people. Fuck. I can't back out now, can I? I've already dipped my toes in here. If you're going to say, not you, Charlotte, not you, in general, if you're going to say, can I back out of this, or have I got to go ahead? I feel like I'm in too deep where I've got to go. Either I've got to make up something better, or I've got to actually go ahead with what I was going to say. What I'm trying to get at is, I don't like when I see people on Facebook say things like, 8 months sober, before this I was drinking booze on the weekends and I was a reckless and I did this and that, and now and all of a sudden all the things about how wonderful it is. Well, here's the thing. And again, Charlotte, this is not at you, right? This is a general comment. Unless you happen to have a medically induced issue, then you by demonstrating or by posting constantly about how good it is that you're sober and clean, or whatever it is, doesn't have to be alcohol, it can be anything. By nature of you posting that, it's more highlighting the fact that you had a problem before that you couldn't handle. So many people on this planet live comfortably with, in this case, alcohol, right? Many people exist on planet Earth and do not have a problem with it. So if you take it too far repeatedly and you constantly ruin yourself and those around you and jobs and situations and marriages and all that other stuff, right? If that happens to the point where you have to then say, I'm done with it, then the actual thing you're saying is that you lacked the personal moderation to be able to say, okay, I'm a mature adult, I'll respect what that is and I won't overindulge or whatever. I mean, yes, we all do it. We all drink too much sometimes and we all have a regret later on. But making that all public and posting it and constantly repeating it and saying it as if the conversation is meant to trigger someone else to go down that avenue. As I get older, I more and more look at those posts and think, so what was wrong with you the whole time? So we don't have a problem, but you clearly did. That's my point. I think I addressed that as clearly as I could. And I'm not saying anyone's better or worse than anybody else because of this, but I'm just saying if you're going to come out and publicly say it and then almost like encourage others to do it, then I think you're more speaking about yourself than you are about anybody else. And again, not you, Charlotte. I'm not speaking in general terms to you. I'm speaking in general for everybody. Charlotte, to be honest, I've been so fucked up with grief and depression. Booze was the only thing to help, but I don't want to be done with booze. Underlying other issues for surgery. Fair enough. And I'm still not in a good way. We know that you've elaborated on your situation many times in the past. We know where you're at. We know what's going on. And again, I'm not directing any of this towards you. I'm just saying it as like a thing. Rob Mack, alcoholism is a disease, and plenty of other diseases exist, but we don't see the same kind of response or the same kind of, you know what it's like? It's like Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on your door. I did it here the other week, and I just said straight up, I said, you got the wrong house, and just closed the door. Like I'm not being rude about it, but I'm just saying like, yeah. All I'm saying, I guess, is that when I see that, it makes me think, how bad was the problem that you had with this? That you've got to make it that public that now everybody else should do this. Yeah. Cheers. Wrong, bad timing. Cheers as eases. Yeah, you definitely know I'm not directing at you. Yeah, and I'll always well, I won't always, but if you get me on something, I'll typically explain it and I'll talk about it as best as I can. And in this instance, yeah, this feels like the right time to do this when we're looking through the Gorilla Pod on a sketchy camera angle. Are they looking for validation? I don't know, Rob. I don't know. See, I've always thought this, right? And this is another avenue, another discussion point. What is the point? And again, not aimed at anybody, but what is the point of posting on social media? Like, what is the actual point of it? If you have, let's say you got a YouTube channel and you're trying to grow the channel. Publishing on social media, and I'm not specifically saying Facebook, I'm just saying in general, social media, it makes sense, right? Because you're trying to draw attention to the thing and bring people over to the channel and ultimately grow the channel. But just making a post, what actually is the point behind that? Like, because is it simply because we all can, so we all do? Because if you think about it, like before we had social media, before the internet, before people had computers and it was so obvious, so commonplace, the equivalent would be like going and publishing a flyer and handing it out on the street corner. That would be the equivalent. Like you'd go and get a print run done of 100 pamphlets saying the earth is flat, and then you'd give them out to random strangers in the street. That would be the equivalent, right? So now we have this mechanism that gives you access to more street corners with way more pamphlets from whenever you want at any time of the day to any part of the planet. So when people start doing that, like you think, are they working for the flat earth community? Is this outreach, or is this just because you can do it? I think it falls into the latter. It's just because it can be done. Let's all do it. So yeah, I don't think they're looking for validation, Rob. I don't think they are when they post. I think that they're more. I'd say, I mean, maybe they are. I look, I can't speak on anyone's behalf, but Charlotte, I told my husband we're not divorced, so still husband. I was going in for surgery, and he may want to check in me on his son. He's 19, lives with me, but still. The said husband told me he hopes I die in surgery and he hates me. Oh shit. Yeah, what an arsehole. Right on, Rob. That's horrible, Charlotte. That's horrible to hear. Damn. Hopes you die in surgery. Fuck. That's some people, right? Like some people. Yeah, I don't know. Of all the days to have this gnarly conversation, we're doing it here with this lousy camera angle. Should we kill that? Should we kill the Comptech camera and go back to this NDI source? It's a bit better, right? It gives us a little bit more. Or we could go back to the to that angle, and I'll just sit around here and ignore the chat and just talk shit. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, can we can we rewind here? Can we back this truck up and start again? I guess I don't know. I wanted to be sitting down at Crookie's drinking beers in the sunset and yeah. Things don't always go the way they plan. Shit. Comtech says no, he doesn't want me to do that. He wanted me to go back to the. By the way, let's just see if we can't fix this. This visual can be fixed a little. Let's just go in to some filters here and add some color correcting and whatnot. I guess we could just fix this up with a simple color correction here. Settings only apply to SDR video. Okay. It's your stream. I'll just faff around with. Oh, that's too dark. The gamma contrast goes up. Brightness could go down a little. Ooh, that's looking nice. I think I just hit it. I think I just got it. I think that's it. Saturation's a bit too high. Drop the sat down. Drop your sat. I think that's good. We'll just leave it like that. It's a bit overexposed though, but that's because the light. Oh, I can change the light power. No, I don't want to change that. Or do I? I could change the power of the lights. Option holds both of them. Is control centers does both, I think. Actually, I don't want to I don't want to touch the lights because they're perfect. So your stream, your rules. Actually, you know what? It's funnier though. It is funnier with the other one. That's the funniest one. I like that camera angle. That's the best camera angle because I can pick my nose at the same time. Of course, I wouldn't be doing that. Got him. I did that for a gag. But where was it again? It's the. Now I don't know what I called it. I didn't call it anything. It's just that. We'll just go back to that. Charlotte, especially when he knows I've been in a bad way for so long, what can you do? I've booked a train to Melb's, staying overnight, walking to hospital and surgery on my own. They told me I'll go directly to ICU after. No one will be there for you. ICU. Damn. So, well, that sucks. That sucks, Charlotte. I guess it's right now when you wish H-Man didn't move from Melbourne. Yeah. Well, I guess let's just say the 28th of April, we'll all be thinking about you, Charlotte. I keep looking up there. I got to look down here. Got to look in this gap here. Charlotte, we'll all be thinking of you on the 28th. I'm not too sure where I'll be. I'll try to stream. I'm not sure. I was looking for my phone. It's my camera source. Hopefully I can stream that day. Maybe maybe the stream can make you feel better or slightly more at ease. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. By the way, just on this ChatGPT stuff, I've been using ChatGPT lately to do all kinds of things, right? Okay, get this. Coming up in August, no. Yeah, August. Coming up in August, this channel becomes 10 years of age. 10 years this channel has been existing on YouTube. And I'm putting together a special little 10-year anniversary video, and I needed to get some source material of videos that exist on my channel. Now, I've always kept all the raw materials on hard drives. Trouble is, those hard drives aren't working nowadays. Now, when I say the hard drive's not working, I mean the enclosure that the hard drive is existing in. Back in 10 years ago, I bought these shitty Samsung it'll turn a dial and a light comes on, the hard drive's in there and it powers up with this big USB adapter, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty damn certain the actual physical drive is still usable. I've got to remove them from these enclosures and put them in a RAID system to get access. So anyway, the point of it is that I needed to go to my channel to download these source material videos for this edit. And I wasn't aware, but are you guys aware that in the YouTube studio of your own channel, you still cannot access the raw, not even raw, the file that you uploaded to your channel gets immediately converted to whatever the format that YouTube's backend needs, and they remove the original upload. So you can't download the source material, the source upload. You can't even download a resolution over 1280 by 720. They don't let you. So if you've uploaded my entire channel is 4K. Aside from live streams, every single thing I've uploaded to my content is 4K. And I'm not talking about upscaling it. I've shot in 4K the whole time. There might have been, no, some of the GoPro stuff I shot in 2.7K and upscaled it. But the point of it is to get those raw, to get the 4K file that even YouTube has created, the YouTube studio doesn't let you do it. And then you can go down the avenue of installing like 4K video downloader, and you can risk getting malware and all kinds of shit installed on your computer because you've gone to some sketchy, stupid ass website that looks like 4K video downloader that is the same branding but not quite. Anyway, what I did instead was I asked ChatGPT, what's the best way for me to download from my own YouTube channel 4K files? And the answer was basically, are you good with coding? I'm like, no. He said, okay, let me walk you through it. And ChatGPT taught me how to install Homebrew, cheers, a program called Homebrew, which is like it's a terminal command, like commands, like all that kind of stuff from back in the 80s, right? Like you got to go into the DOS prompt, the equivalent. Anyway, it walked me through how to do that. It walked me through the whole script that it actually needs to run. And then when it didn't work, because I'd fucked it up, it walked me through process by process of eliminating what could be the error. And all told, it delivered me a little runtime package that I can double click, and all it does is pop up and it says, put the YouTube URL here and click enter. And then it downloads the highest resolution available of that video. And then because it comes down in some sketchy format that only VLC Player recognizes, then it runs this FFmpeg program that converts that and stitches it all together into a .mp4. And then it changes the container to .mov and stores it on my hard drive. And I was like, dude. And the best thing about this story, or the best thing about this process, is that it's not like someone just said, here's everything you need to do it. It's better than that because it showed me everything I need to do and it walked me through it. So it's like a really good teacher saying, here's the first thing, this is why we need to do this. Here's the second thing, this is why we need to do that. Here's the third thing, and then all three of those things together forms this. And it's like, wow, man, like that is sick. So then I got thinking, what other things could ChatGPT help me with? Like I've had my website, my photography website, this guy here, go to BJ Walk. Where's my mouseicle? I've had this website, which it's done me well. It's done me very well over the years, but I've always needed to have what I have now on here, a portfolio tab. Now, what I needed to do on that tab, or what I wanted to happen on that tab, was that the site, because if you go to the site and let's say you want to see this band here, Velvet Trip. So you click on Velvet Trip, it brings up a gallery of Velvet Trip. It's got a splash image, then it's got all the images, and you click on those and it opens it up in a light box. And you can go from there and you can cruise around the site. What I wanted to do with the portfolio was very particular. I did not want, I wanted someone to be on my website and click on portfolio and it brings up a random...
We see you gives it a minute. We see you.
We see you gives it a minute. How you doing, Ethan? That's funny. He scared the shit out of me, by the way. It's a bit loud in my Kansas, but I love his deep, beautiful voice. So I wanted the portfolio to be super simple so that when someone clicks on it, it opens up the same light box over the site and just goes through random images of my studio and on location work, not the bands I've shot. Because if you want to go and see that, you click on full list of bands and it brings up an alphabeticalized list of every band I've shot that starts with A and every band I've shot that start with blah, blah, blah. You know, you get the deal, right? So you can go and do all that. But I wanted the portfolio to be a specific tab. And ChatGPT, holy shit. I learned so much CSS and JavaScript just by asking it to do this. And I learned how to, like, I thought if you needed to create a PHP file, because I needed a web page inside my website that opened up a page with nothing on it, like nothing. And you needed to create a PHP page to do that. And you needed to direct something to that. And so I always thought to do a PHP page, you've got to go back out to your hosting. You got to go to the file tree of the website. You got to go to WP content. You got to go to the theme of your WordPress install. You got to go. No, there's a plugin in WordPress that you can do all that inside WordPress. And I didn't know anything about it. And ChatGPT did it. I was like, wow. So now when you go to my website, I've got this portfolio.
They were getting yippy, you know, they were getting a little bit yippy.
Getting a little bit yippy there. Now when you hit my portfolio, it does this. It opens up the same, the page opens up a beautiful overlay of random images and it scrolls through them of all my studio work and portrait work. And it's got the name of the band, Parkway Drive, at the top right-hand corner. And it goes through random, the Vampirates. And this just runs, all told, you can just get a visually clean impression of my work.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was excuse me.
So yeah, C'est Bon Kira, Hilltop Hoods, they released a new song today. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this is what I wanted on my website for so long, and I had no idea how to do it. And ChatGPT literally taught me how to do it. The only thing I've got to do now is where that banner, like where the band name is, it's too long. The banner on top of the band needs to, like, see how it says Tracer and there's this big black bit? That needs to be the same length of the band name. So I'll do that. I'll go ahead and I'll work out what div that is.
Grab your baby.
And then I'll grab my baby. Grab your baby. Radix. Cool. Tumbleweed. And I think there's about 50 random photos in here from my portfolio. Tim Rogers. UMI touring right now. Legend. Tracer. A lot of Tracer in there, obviously. Looking good. Thanks, Netskis. Rob looks good gives. Thanks, man. Love it, Ben. Thank you, Charla. Burn Collect. That's Drumzilla there. The back left, bottom second left. Prime. Hip-hop artist from Adelaide. Meant to look like Homestyle. Kelly Lloyd. Are you doing Lady Gaga photos? I've shot her before, and I genuinely don't have any. I don't have any. I'm not approaching anybody to shoot Lady Gaga. I mean, I won't say no if someone approaches me, but I'm not into her that much that I would go and shoot her again. In Togs is always good. Lowrider, hell yeah. Interesting, some of this stuff became, some of this stuff went on, yeah. But the point of it was that if you see my website, you need to be able to see this clearly, and I think this is the best way to do that. It illustrates it super clearly. I wonder what happened when it gets to the end of the list, though.
And get grabbed like you grab a beautiful little baby. You grab your baby.
Yeah, grab your baby. I got to fix the length of that one. I want to hear the end of that, baby. And grab like you grab a beautiful baby. They grab their little baby. Poetical Justice. Funkors, man, those guys were rad. Funkors. Regurgitator. Oh, man. Whenever I see this, I can think of the things I did wrong with the photos. That's interesting.
I will admit, this is a fairly niche complaint.
Yeah.
In excess. I got a booger up there. Tracer, one of the first photos, or the earlier photos I took of that band before I grabbed their baby. Lowrider, I love that shot.
Please, guys, please, please, please.
Please, guys, release the hounds. I like that shot. Peter Bibby, hell yeah, hell yeah. While he was still boozing in the boozing days. Dexter Jones. They grabbed their baby. Parkway Drive when he had a broken leg. Still toured on a broken leg. That's hardcore. James Rain. Cheeses. I might add a little more booze to this. Poetical Justice. You have a unique way to capture the people, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Charla. D.A. Carter. Spiderbait. They're not just photos? Well, that was in Como, that one. Como under the train bridge. Black Stump. These guys were fun, man. Young band. They were cool. You bring them to life? Thank you. 1757. Wonder what those guys ever went on to. They were pretty cool too. Scream Feeder. Hell yeah. At the back of the Annandale there in a little alleyway. Cool. Tame Impala. Yeah. Black Aces. Hell yeah. That guitarist now plays with Airborne. British India. Hell yeah.
Hello there.
Hey, Charles. How you doing, man? There's British India ×2. That's random. The Damned Humans. Elliot Auburn. Lila. Haha. Got heckled for these guys. I like that band, but someone else didn't. I love that shot, the Hilltop Hoods. I love that. That shot got used on a cover, but I loved it. I always thought it was better than what it was. Tracer. Fire Santa Rosa Fire. These guys were fun too. That's all real. The Beards, they're touring again and they're still using this photo in their press run. That's cool. Love Buzz, local band down this way. They were cool. Good times. Jimmy Barnes. The last train out of somewhere is leaving. The Shiny Brights. Hell yeah. And Parkway Drive. Have we gone back to the start now? We already saw Parkway, didn't we? I wonder what happens. The Vampirates. It'll start repeating itself, I think. Yeah, we've seen this one already. Poetical Justice. It's the way you capture the surroundings as well. Okay. The Shiny Brights there. So sick. Yeah, we've seen Sebon Kira. That's one of my favorite photos. So what I'm illustrating there is that was ChatGPT doing that. And I'm so psyched that it taught me it didn't just do the thing, but it showed me why certain things. It walked me through the steps. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. It walked me through all the steps that I needed to go through to get to the point where it worked. And then, like, for instance, at one point, it was bringing up a page. Like when I'd hit portfolio, it'd bring up a photo. And it'd bring up the photo over the top of this. And no, I wanted it to be like, if you're on my website, when you click portfolio, I want it to go to a clean display, right? I don't want to have it.
He's a long-term fan.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ethan. I like you too. Yeah, I wanted it to be. I love those grabs, those audio grabs. And yeah, I wanted it to be like it is, and ChatGPT didn't just do it, but it taught me how to do it. Now, could I do it again for someone else? Yes, but I would need the guidance of the GPT machine. They're damn good photos. Thank you, Netskis. So I've been using it for a lot of things lately. That using WordPress and different how to create the PHP file and how to upload it and this and that. And so today when my GH5 when I wasn't getting an HDMI source in the Live View Solo, I immediately asked the GPT machine what could be going on. And it basically walked me through, which is where I would have gone anyway, like the process of stepping through everything that could be potentially wrong until I eventually came upon what's most obvious, the HDMI ports screwed up. You can kind of see it's on a bit of an angle there. Which also leads me to this. If Panasonic say, it's going to be expensive to fix it. Is it worth me fixing it, or is it worth getting whatever the upgrade is? Now, that's a question that ChatGPT will be able to answer. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. What is the upgrade to the GH5? The upgrade to the GH5 is the GH5 Mark II, and after that, the GH6. Oh, shit. GH5 2, released in 2021. Incremental upgrade. Improvements. Autofocus is improved. Okay. Live streaming capabilities. Yes, yes, yes. Updated processor. Venus engine. I love a good Venus. I'm your Venus. Slightly improved IBS, which is image stabilization. Okay. So the GH6 released early 2022. So that's quite an old camera too. A more serious upgrade. It's got a larger sensor, 25.2 megapixels. Records at 5.7K at 60 frames. Okay. ProRes 422. Okay. That's kind of rad. 4K 120. Nice. Unlimited recording times. Even better. Okay. Active cooling fan. Enhanced dynamic range. Okay. Ooh. How much is the GH6? How much is the GH6 in Aussie dollars, please? Traded in, Rob Mac. Interesting. Interesting idea. Panasonic GH6 body only. Cameras direct 2.8. Oh shit, it's expensive. Discounted from 3.1. Whee! So it's about $3,000. Shit. Obviously, I don't need a lens. I've got all the lenses. Wow. Charles, why does it look like we're looking through the arsehole of a Black Angus bull when you just go to your camera? Because what's happened here, we could either have... So my camera's broken. This camera, the GH5, I might have busted the HDMI port there. It's all kinds of messed up in there. That HDMI port's all wobbly and shit, doesn't connect. It's got to get fixed. I've got to take it back to Panasonic and get it fixed. So when that broke, that said to me, you can't stream. But you could also still stream using, you know, you could use your old GoPro up there and you could stream the whole stream with that. Or you could just go with this FaceTime camera. Or we could stream with this NDI source, which is my iPhone sitting up on top of my laptop. Or failing that, we could have no camera and just sit here with the feed, which would be my GH5. I'm down for anything. Gotcha. Yeah. So we've had a technical glitch today, a technical mishap. I like this angle because I can pick my nose. I've already made this gag before, but this time I actually am scratching out a booger. Oh, dude, fully got it. I did. I got it. I mean, we all pick our nose. Come on. Don't lie. Oh, I can't believe you. Let me tell you a story about someone. I won't name them. I'll just say they're my ex. They're an ex of mine. Man, this was horrendous, right? She used to pick her nose. Well, probably no more than anybody else, but it's in her vehicle, and it's what she used to do with the booger once she'd removed it from her nose. That was the concerning thing. She would take it, like pick it out, and as you're driving, she would just reach her hand under the seat where you'd go to, you know, pull the lever to slide the seat forward or back, and she'd just rub it on the seat. And so when you would inadvertently put your hand down there and run it along the front of the seat, so wait, this camera can move. So this seat here, along this edge, you put your hand down there to find the little lever, and all down there would just be cakes of dried boogers. Like you'd feel it like a graveyard. You'd run your hand over it and it'd be like bumps, just dried boogers everywhere. And I remember finding it once and I said to her, "What's that?" And she's like, "It's where I wipe my boogers." And I'm like, "Really?" Like, I didn't know. I was feeling that for months, wondering what that shit was. And she's like, "Yeah, Like, why don't you just put it out the window? Like, you could just put the window down and drop it out and be gone. Like, yeah, I don't know. You know, people have weird habit. There's no shame there from her. There's shame for other shit she did, but that's not shameful. That's just like, okay, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. This isn't going to sit how it was before now. I've moved it. I can't get this back how it was. You idiot. Okay, that'll do. Yuck, moist, sounds fucked, nasty. Friends in grade school used to pick their boogers and eat them. Variant news on D-Live. How you doing? I know a guy that used to pick his nose and eat it. Yeah. You know what the weird thing about that was? When he used to pick his nose, he would get it. It was weird. He used to get the booger under the nail, and then he'd go like this, and like slide it along the tooth edge to get the slimy booger out from underneath the nail bed. It's like, dude, it's like even if you really, really enjoy that taste, you're only getting like the tiniest little morsel. It's not worth doing, hey. I have a Kleenex and hand sanitizer in the car all the times. I'm OTT. I mean, look, we look. I pick my nose and I flick it out the window. I'm not going to wipe a wet booger on something that's going to, like, wiping it on a chair like that you're going to sit in every day doesn't compute to me. It's like, no, I'm always going to feel that. Like, it's like wiping it on your face. Like, it's going to be right there. Netsky's funny. I broke an HDMI port on my TV like you've done. Is that right, dude? Did you really? I feel like they're not. HDMI is not the greatest connector for a camera that's going to be in the field. It's okay for stationary stuff like sitting in the studio where you're not really popping in and out cables. But if you're constantly moving it around, I feel like SDI might be the go. However, I stupidly bought the HDMI version of the LiveView Solo when I bought it, so I have to use HDMI. I'd be so embarrassed my car detailer would see it and judge me. Right, Charlotte? Yeah. Too much tension sideways on it. Well, Netsky's, that's interesting, dude. You know why? I did think of that over the course of the years, and I ended up buying these. I bought these little HDMI right angled adaptations to alleviate that potential of any kind of droppage. Now you might say, well, how come it still happened? Well, I wasn't using these, was I? I should have probably put these in the GH5. Maybe that would be the reason. Maybe I should do that if they do. I mean, you can kind of see, like, even when it's in there, there's a lot of loosity. It's very loose up there. Like, that's not right. That's not right. Variant, do these pro cameras have DisplayPort? Probably only for PC monitors. DisplayPort, it's people still use it, obviously. And by the way, there's a new breakout box from CalDigit, the TS5, which has DisplayPort still. Yeah, like cameras don't use them. Cameras don't use them. Well, these prosumer micro four thirds cameras don't use them, but some people do. Yeah. Look, it's my own fault. Like I'm not being bitter about this. I'm just saying this is what happened. But it is my own fault. And if I could work it out, I would say that it happened on the road trip when the camera was just faffing around in the back, which will remind me from now on, or once this gets resolved, never leave a cable plugged into the camera. Just unplug it. It's very simple. You can't mess up the connection if there's nothing connected into it. Like this connecting port sits behind a little wall, so there's no way you can mess that up if you just take the cable out. You know, I mean, I've learned the hard way, right? My own dumbness. What I was going to say though, there was does anybody remember the name of a camera that came out specifically for live streaming, like a little OBS camera or something? There was this weird, we looked into it, OBS. Oh, I guess I'll just ask the GPT machine. What was the name of the camera for OBS that came out about a year ago. I remember seeing a press release for it. Do you have to send it to Sydney? Probably have to go back to Sydney. Netsky's OBS cam? OBS cam. OBS Talent, released August 2024. OBS Bot. Insta360. What about OBS Cam? That seems like the obvious one. Thanks, Netskis. It seems like there might be some confusion regarding the term OBS Cam. As of now, there isn't a camera product named OBS Cam. There are several tools. There's OBS Virtual Cam. Okay. So it was a studio camera specific for live streaming into OBS. That should break it down. Break it down. Logitech Mevo Core? Nope. OBS Bot. Ah, thank you, Netskis. How about OBS Bot? We're teaching GPT here. Searching the... Nice. Shyla, perfect timing. Scared the shit out of me. By the way, what's going on with the GPT machine? It's searching the web. Ooh, didn't quite... Ooh. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Pan tilt zoom PTZ camera. So maybe... Ooh, this OBS Talent all in one. You're frozen for me? Oh, that's so nice. You're like frozen to me too, Rob. You're like Casablanca to me. Oh, that's so nice. Same? I'm frozen? Who's frozen? Oh, you know what that is? No. The stream's not frozen. The camera's frozen. Okay, hold on a second. NDI doesn't like that. Go back to that. Look at that view. I think the NDI source just tweaked out. Yeah, so when you say frozen, the stream's still running, but the camera's frozen. Yeah. Get your terminologies right, folks. Come on, man. Come on. I try to teach you all the right things here. I try to show you the best angles and stuff, and look what I get in return. Look at this. That's obviously in the way.
I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you guys get out there, find a little bit more relevance.
Nice. The demon there from Toothboy. We'll just move that over a bit. I wonder why NDI froze out. Oh, you know why? It closed. NDI closed. The NDI machine closed. Let's crank it back up. Yeah, it should be good now. NDI froze out and I was too busy. That's better. Perfect. You've nailed that angle. That is that you've got that angle wired. Gives, have you heard of the group Zipper Nut Squirrel? I have not heard of that, I don't think. No. I'm searching my memory banks. I don't know that. We were looking at this OBS Talent though. It's got its own switcher in the camera. Ray-Ban Meta glasses should be able to stream to OBS, but they're tightly integrated with Facebook. Ray-Ban Meta glasses, that would be sick. Let's take a look at these. Where's the website? OBS bot. I think we looked at them once before. Because if I'm gonna have to replace my streaming camera, I want it to be as good as the GH5. You know. Get out of there. In a groundbreaking advancement in AI smart imaging, OBS Bot is proud to announce the official launch of OBS Bot Tail Air. The innovative AI-powered pan-tilt zoom streaming camera marks a significant evolution from traditional personal video to a sophisticated multi-camera live streaming ecosystem. Blah, bling, blong, blang. Purchasing on the November 21st. I'll get a pair and hack them and stream directly to OBS. That'd be pretty cool to see. Now look, there are plenty of pan-tilt zoom cameras out there. Why is this so good? 4K resolution, low light excellence. Meta glasses are about $300. Okay, that's pretty cheap. NDI support. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay. Let's take a look at their website. Because this is last year, right? Pretty rare for a website to not include the taxes in Australia. $8.99 not including tax. Okay. I want to get an endorsement. What are the products they got going? Tail 2, Talent, Tail Air. So it looks like their premium is the Tail 2 and the Tail Air. The Air is the cheaper one. AI powered. How is a camera AI powered? Are you out of your mind? So that's $2,000. AI tracking. I mean, at that point, you might as well buy a GH5, right? Actually, that's a good point. How much is a GH5? Right now, they'd be cheaper than that, right? Because they're an old camera. That's like 2018. Varying prices. Yeah, 1900. Still selling for quite a lot of money, right? The GH5 body only for $2,000. But if you're going to buy one of these for $2,000, you've already got the lenses. Get that out of there. I'm not too sure what this gives me that a GH5 wouldn't give me. We don't need any of the streaming crap, you know, we've got OBS, right? It's kind of weird. They got all this integrated streaming stuff, but it's literally called OBS Bot, which you'd feed into OBS. So why would you need all... By the way, I'm sorry about that. I got carried away with that crazy angle. Why would you need all this crap? You've got OBS. Like, you don't need AI. You don't need streaming on the camera. You're going to feed it straight into OBS, right? New tail. Revolutionizing live production. OBS Tail 2s that are bling, 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 bling. Oh, okay. Tracking. I don't know about sitting at home with tracking, but she's cute. Maybe that means I should buy it. Well, I'll stay on her. Okay, there's a zoom lens there. Maybe I should. Oh, there's a horse. Mind-blowing AI tracking has NDI as well. Yeah. Well, that's how I'm sending this signal to OBS. Okay, so it's kind of like it's a little bit like a live view solo, if you like. I mean a solo shot. AI tracking. I mean, that's pretty good, but that's up close. Like, what if I was surfing, you know? That's pretty good though. I wouldn't mind trying it. And she is cute. I mean, the marketing's working on me. How does it do that? It tracks only you? That's pretty impressive. And she is gorgeous. That's it, I'm sold. Take my money. Quick, buy it. I mean, what's the zoom? I don't want optical zoom. How's it tracking 3 people at the same time? That doesn't make any sense. How's it doing that? It tracks 3 people at the same time? What? It's literally trained to track 30 plus animals? That's a bit weird. There's more than 30 animals out there. Just saying. Instant tracking for humans? I mean, this is pretty rad, but can it track me surfing? All these shots are up close, right? That's pretty impressive, though. Okay, you got rule of thirds going on there. Face framing, zone tracking. I mean, this is impressive. Illuminati. You weren't really in space with heels on, were you? Wow. $12-piece optical lens system. What's 5 optical zoom? What about what's the actual lens zoom? 5 times optical. Give me the actual focal zoom. Zoom closer. Thanks to sleek lens. 12x. So it doesn't tell you the actual. Doesn't tell you what that means. 12x looks like a 70 to 200. That's pretty tight. Looks like about a 70 to 200. No, maybe less than that. No, not quite 200. No, that's on a full frame camera. That would be, yeah, that would be 70 to 200. Approx. Okay. Not quite good enough to film surfing from the, well, potentially, but I mean, it's a very impressive website. I still don't get how it tracks 3 people at the same time. What if the 3 people sort of go out of frame? What happens then? Like, this is all wonderful to show this. It tracks 3 dancers, but what if each dancer goes, like, what if one dancer goes right over there and one dancer goes that way and the other dancer goes way farther back? Like, what happens then? Doesn't, like, this is all cool when it's uptight like this. Like, does anybody have one of these? Let's go to the tubes. Stroke of luck, it takes me straight to my channel. What an absolute shit channel that is. Let's just search up OBS bot. OBS bot. Does anybody have one? We've watched this guy by the look of it already a year ago. 4 months ago. This guy's got one. He's got one, folks. Maybe the camera would zoom out and see them all. That, get them to send you. I mean, I'd love to review it. I don't know. We'll take a look at one of these videos. But right now, how much is it to compare to the GH? To the GH6. It's about $1,000 cheaper than the GH6. The GH5 is about $2,000 right now, and the GH6 is about $3,000, and these things are about $2,000. Taking a quick break here. I'm going to go to the bathroom. You guys can watch this surfing clip from when I almost got barreled, and I'll be right back.